Happy Friday. Hopefully everyone's having an awesome day. Almost Thanksgiving. Next week is Thanksgiving. This is the weekend before the calm, before the storm. So this is the weekend before the storm. And hopefully everyone's going to have an awesome Thanksgiving. I'm going to be talking about the Trump still under, witch hunt. Yeah, still under a witch hunt. Special counsel. And this is what I'm referring to. I don't know if political is going to have a non-bias. I don't really care. We're just going to talk about the facts. I'm going to give my opinion, and it's going to be my video for today. Garland names Jack Smith special counsel for Trump criminal probes. I think it's kind of funny that Trump is still under investigation. The witch hunt continues, trying to disqualify him from running for president. And it seems like he's the only candidate since I've been alive that has received such scrutiny. Democrats don't go through this. Republicans don't go through this. As a presidential candidate, of course. There's been some lower ranking politicians that have been scrutinized and been thrown in prison and been voted out. But of course, Attorney General Merrick Garland on Friday appointed a special prosecutor to oversee criminal investigation related to the former President Donald Trump. Jack Smith, a former chief of the Justice Department unit that investigates public corruption. Obviously, the public corruption is not doing its service because there's a lot of politicians that are even more corrupt than Trump. I will admit that Trump, there's probably a little bit of corruption going on. I mean, it's politics. Politics and corruption go hand in hand, unfortunately. But there are many, many politicians that are more corrupt than Donald Trump, but yet they seem to get a pass. I mean, you got insider trading, you got the FTX scandal, where there's a lot of Democratic members that benefited from it, but yet they want to go after Donald Trump. You got the Hunter Biden laptop story. You got the big guy, but yet they're going after Donald Trump because he's an outsider. He's not part of the establishment. He should never have been elected president in the first place, and we should be in our second term of Hillary Clinton. That's how these people see it. Is Trump robbed Hillary Clinton, and now it is time to make him pay. Based on recent development, including the former president's announcement that he is a candidate for the president in the next election, and the sitting president stated intended to be a candidate as well, I've concluded that it's the public's interest to appoint a special counsel, Garland said in a statement. Such an appointment underscores the Department's commitment to both independence and accountability in particular sensitive matters. It also allows prosecutors and agents to continue their work expeditiously and make decisions indisputably guided only by the facts and the law. If it was only that. Special counsel's purview will include the Justice Department's ongoing probe of Trump's allegation of retention of highly sensitive national security secrets at his Mar-a-Lago estate, as well as expect effort by Trump and his ally to subvert the 2020 election and disrupt the transition of power to President Joe Biden. Who's currently the president right now? It's not Trump. So obviously there was a transition of power that happened. So I don't know where the subvert comes on, unless you're talking about that ruckus called January 6th, which was not an insurrection. By me saying it wasn't an insurrection, this isn't me saying it was unlawful. It was definitely unlawful. But to call it an insurrection is a media spin. Garland expressed the urgency behind both investigations, emphasizing Smith's appointment should not slow them down. What about Hunter Biden? What about Joe Biden going on television when he was vice president and admit to corruption? He got a prosecutor in Ukraine fired because he was investigating, was it Burisma, which was a energy company in Ukraine that Hunter Biden happened to sit on the board, holding up funds or military aid or humanitarian aid unless that prosecutor got fired. But yet, Trump twice impeached. You would think by now they would have something a little bit more concrete, that they wouldn't have to hide behind a special counsel. I want to ensure that the special counsel received the resources and conduct to work quickly and completely, Garland said in a short notice appearance before journalists and TV cameras at the DOJ headquarters. Given the work done to date, Ms. and Mr. Smith, prosecutor experience, I'm confident that this appointment will not slow down the completion of these investigations. Smith, in a statement, also vowed to pursue both probes with urgency. I intend to conduct the assigned investigations and any procedures that may result from them independently into the best traditions of the Department of Justice. And also, this is a layer. Garland is also adding a layer of protection for him. Because let's say they do go after Trump, and let's say they do prosecute him, and it turns out he was innocent, and this turns out to be a hit job. Now Garland has a level of protection, saying, hey, I was hands off. Of course, you got Biden, which is hands off because he's using the DOJ to go after Trump. Allegedly. I got to put in the allegedly. Let's see here. I intend to conduct the assigned investigations and any prosecutions that may result from them independently and with the best traditions of the the Department of Justice. He said the place of the investigation will not pause or flag under my watch. I will exercise independent judgment and will move the investigation forward expeditiously, thoroughly, and to what outcome the facts and the law dictates. Let's say it's rather long. Let's see here. No one has been charged in the broader January 6th or election interference probe. Well, like I said, I mean, it's a show. This is Jack Smith, the former chief of Justice Department unit that investigates public corruption, public integrity section, and will take over a new role as special counsel. Yeah, pool photo by Jerry Lampert. However, the U.S. Attorney General office in Washington, D.C. will retain control over the investigation and prosecutions of people physically present at the Capitol grounds on January 6, 2021. Garland said about 900 people are near the Capitol that day have been charged criminally with offenses ranging from trespassing to sedition, conspiracy against the U.S. government. No one has yet been charged in the broader January 6 or election interference probe. Centralizing the Trump-focused investigation under a special counsel is a move meant to help instill confidence in the independence of prosecution decision. In the explosive investigation in 2017, the then Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein appointed former FBI Director Robert Mueller to oversee the investigation of Trump's 2016 campaign links to Russia, which they found very little. In 2020, the Attorney General William Barr appointed the U.S. Attorney John Durham a special counsel to investigate the origins of the FBI Russia probe. And nobody got charged with, they got charged, but no one's serving time. It seems like unless you're Trump, you're not going to be convicted in D.C. And I'm pretty sure if they were to prosecute Trump, it would be in D.C., which means it's almost a guarantee sentencing. They might as well just skip the trial and declare him guilty and throw him in prison. Because if he is charged in D.C. and the trial's in D.C., he's good for gone. I think it's a witch hunt. I think it's a waste of taxpayers' money. Because I have not seen any hard link evidence of Trump's corruption or Trump's crimes. As there's a lot of speculations. There's a lot of hearsay. There's a lot of spin from CNN and MSNBC and Rachel Maddow and those like saying that he committed a crime, but there's been no evidence of a crime. It's just speculations of a crime, and they're trying to prevent him from running. You got the New York case with his tax returns. We'll see where that goes, but who knows? I think it's a witch hunt. I think they need to let the man run and let the people of the United States dictate who is going to be the president of the United States. in 2 years. Now, if there's an actual crime that he committed, I want him prosecuted. But I also want all the politicians to go under the same scrutiny that Trump has. I wonder how many of them would actually survive a tenth of the scrutiny that Trump has been under. Now, I don't think I'll vote for Trump. Definitely not in the primaries because I don't vote in primaries. But maybe during the election, there may be a Libertarian Party member that hasn't gone woke that I'll probably vote for because I want to get rid of the two-party rule. Now, I think this is a witch hunt to end Donald Trump. I think this is a witch hunt to move past Make America Great movement because they see that as a threat because it's Americans that want America to be great. They can't have that. They don't want the individual to be great. They want to be dictators. They want to tell us what jab to take, tell us where to work, how to work, what we're going to get paid, what taxes we got to pay. They want to control us. And that's on both sides. There's the Uniparty, mainly probably comprised of Democrats. But that's just my opinion. I can't prove it. So I'm just going to label it as an opinion. But I think the movement that's behind Make America Great Again is taking back our country from the elites that have sold us out. I mean, a perfect example is the CHIPS Act to get computer chip companies to make their products here in the United States. At the last minute, they changed it to where it could be abroad. I think that was a Republican that made that amendment. But still, that should tell you where their priorities were. A bill that was sold to the American public to bring back chip manufacturing here in America, and at the last minute, they make the amendment and it gets voted in and signed into law to allow chips to be made outside of the United States, but just not in Taiwan or China. That should tell you everything about these two parties. And I think we need a third party to disrupt the two-party rule. Anyways, that's my video. Leave a comment down below and have yourself an awesome weekend.